Here's Victoria and Anthony with an AMI This Week shortcut.
Daniel Waldman is a young man living with osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bone disease. Daniel just wrapped up grade 11 and with it his co-op placement.
But it's not your traditional co-op placement. While his classmates are out in the world placed in companies, Daniel's placement was at the same place that he studies, Northview Heights Secondary School.
His job, student accessibility consultant. Northview was deemed an accessible site, but like many older facilities, there are a few gaps in their accessibility.
Daniel has been working with the school administrators, engineers, and architects to improve the school for future students with disabilities.
Let's head to Northview Heights to meet Daniel and learn about the different projects he's got going on.
There's a lot more space before they started this project.
As Daniel Waldman led me on a tour of his school, it became clear the young man knows what it'll take for Northview Heights Secondary School to become fully accessible. From the main office, to the auditorium, to the washroom where there are several issues that need attention. But Daniel hasn't let the size of the task deter him. When he embarked on his co-op, he had a straightforward mandate for success.
What I'm trying to do is essentially making the school more accessible and inclusive for all people.
But there's been a lot of changes so far since you've been here.
Yes, a lot.
That's been good, yeah?
Yeah, although we have a long way to go, but this was a good first step this year.
Daniel has tackled all the issues in a professional manner suited for a work placement. But as a power wheelchair user, he brings a level of understanding that is often lacking in other consultants.
I have personal experiences with certain places or individuals not treating the way I want it to be treated. And I feel like it shouldn't happen anymore in today's society. We all need to have awareness and knowing that there's different people in society that we sometimes overlook, and which is important to treat people as equals, not as lesser than.
It was Daniel's passion for inclusion that led his guidance counselor, David Oppenheimer, to suggest this non-traditional work placement, and the 17-year-old didn't disappoint.
This was the third design that we came up with.
He immersed himself in the world of accessibility, meeting with prominent community members and researching best practices. Daniel's commitment ensured he had a positive experience, and David says his success will also have a secondary benefit.
I think it's important for a good portion of our population to hear that change is possible and that you have a voice. There are people who want to hear, but you kind of got to step up. And he stepped up.
And that positive influence has already begun. As part of his role, Daniel formed a panel of students with disabilities to ensure he was bringing ideas from as many different perspectives as possible. One of the students that stepped up with Daniel was Yaren Gench. As a person with a visual impairment, she brought her unique outlook to the conversation.
This issue needs a human face. It actually has to come from a person who's experienced it firsthand, not just statistics and people pleading like, we need better. It is very touching when anyone tries to shed light on the issue and actually makes things accessible. It makes you feel like you're welcome, you're viewed the same, you're equal, when so many other people might tell you otherwise.
Principal McLachlan says she has watched Daniel grow into a leader at Northview this year.
Daniel is educating me, he's educating the teachers, and so it's education all around, and so this is where it's growing. Because we've got some grade 9s now coming in wheelchairs, and I think they see Daniel as their leader, as somebody that's helping to forge a path, even helping their voice.
Daniel had such a positive experience working on his co-op that he may just turn his enthusiasm into a career path.
Definitely wanting to pursue my passion now of accessibility and inclusion and advocating for those who can't. And I would love to take that and carry it to post-secondary and to my future. It's very gratifying, really, for me when I see positive changes happening.
It's great that the school thought outside of the box to give Daniel real-life experience as an accessibility consultant.
Exactly. He is incredibly passionate about making the world a more accessible place and has taken every project to heart.
How about you, Anthony? Did you know what you wanted to do when you were his age?
No, absolutely not. What about you?
Well, I did know that I wanted to be a teacher, but the funny thing is when I was his age, there were two things I definitely wanted nothing to do with, and that was sports and public speaking. So you never know where life will take you.